If you don't know by now, Bryan Callen and Brendan Schaub worship the feet of Joe Rogan. And in this video sequence or clip that we're going to watch, Brendan goes really silent and quiet as Bryan Callen self-reflects. And of course, it leads to a random sucking off of Joseph Rogan. I mean, what the hell will these two do without Joe Rogan? Let's check it out.
I do think sometimes I've had a long time to be successful, and I've had some success and I've had some not success. And then I see people that are always successful constantly, and I think the other day I was like, maybe they're just a little smarter. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. Maybe they're just a little better.
I accept that a long time ago.
They're just better at focusing, or they just more strategic, and not.
Yeah.
Not. And you know what?
Like Joe Rogan's not leaving his baby in the car.
No. Joe Rogan's not.
Elon Musk not leaving the baby in the car.
No. Joe Rogan is dialed down on the details, on every detail, and controlled on every aspect of the discipline. And I'm a little loosey-goosey goose. Loosey-goosey goose.
Yeah.
Leaving my baby
I think
in the
we're
car.
just stupid. Just a couple of dumbasses.
In some ways.
Two Forrest Gumps.
Maybe. Well, I will say this. I'm smart in very, very narrow ways, and for the most part, probably dumb as shit in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I'll admit that.
Oh, me too. I got my flaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll admit that. I also like the idea of like not having that inflated an idea of who I am. Like my image of myself has diminished a great deal, and I find it rather refreshing. It's okay. Maybe I shouldn't have a big image of myself. Maybe it's just, this is who I am. I do my best. Pretty good at stand-up comedy. I'll give myself that. Fairly coordinated. Just want to throw that in there.
That's it. Right?
Coordinated.
Yeah.
Ask me if I'm athletic.
Athletic? Damn right.
I'm coordinated.
Yeah, coordinated. I know how to move around.
Brian's coordinated.
I don't
Brian
know.
hustles. Brian will hustle.
Right, he'll work.
He'll work.
Jesus Christ, these losers are so obsessed with Joe Rogan. It's so pathetic. Talking about one Joseph Rogan? Well, say less. They always have to forcefully shove his cock so far down their intestines as well. This might be the only reason Rogan hasn't completely cut ties with them yet. The bridge troll loves the attention. And what, does Joe Rogan not have enough money? He must simply enjoy these dickwads being court jesters for him. Joe Rogan is the end game now. And we all know that Bryan Callen and Brendan Schaub love or laugh at every single text from Rogan. Bryan Callen and Brendan Schaub are obsessed with his power and influences and Joe's ability to make them relevant. They don't give a shit about Joseph. Callen and Schaub only care about themselves. What they don't understand is there is literally nothing big Rogan can do for them at this point. It would only hurt both. Bryan Callen especially. He can see the paths he missed, and in all honesty, he could have been in a much better place, despite, of course, his rape allegations, etc. Callen has never got to Joe Rogan level, as Rogan was lucky to become the singular person who got so far ahead at podcasts. But Bryan Callen has missed so many opportunities to have a nice, solid audience with solid income. This man has massive regrets and what might have been stories. And Schaub over there saying, I'm the most humble. I was humble way before you. Hey, Brendan, we all know all about you. And maybe if Bryan Callen didn't have those multiple rape allegations, he would be more successful. I don't know. Maybe if Callen was actually funny or had any sort of talent as well. Homie is essentially a Nepo baby, handed all the opportunities. Bryan is a prototypical Gen X, near boomer fail son. His dad was highly successful and seemingly very put together, while his son has done nothing but reverse that dynamic in every way, even with the advantages he has been granted. It's a true testament to Bryan Callen's weak character. People with those kind of advantages often go on to be founders of companies and the names you read in the news or media. Instead, this guy's been doing the same physical comedy for 20 years, while sexual sexually assaulting away any semblance of a respectable legacy. Talking about missed opportunities. Some people just have that it factor where they don't go abusing women. Bryan Callen was basically a series regular on a huge show and got bounced for that. Literally a role 99% of Hollywood would kill for. And this nerd got axed for being a rapist. And of course, you got Brendan Schaub over there doing the Rogan. Come on, Baba, get off the Rogan shit. However, it's literally all they have as far as Bryan Callen and Brendan Schaub go. So of course, Joe Rogan is tied into every single detail. Rogan's loaded because of Dana too. Talking about Dana White, yeah. I guarantee Joe Rogan wouldn't be even a 10th as famous and successful without UFC. But he was already a millionaire when Dana White was still broke. Props to Joe Rogan because he did help Dana White out by commentating for free in the beginning stages of UFC. But maybe he did it for free so he could watch the dudes get sweaty and naked backstage. Go Joe Rogan. So you got Bryan Callen and Brendan Schaub sitting around doing some sort of podcast here. I mean, such riveting content too. And the quote, "I accepted that a long time ago," could not be further from the truth. These two, in Bryan Callen and Brendan Schaub, suck at everything they do. Brendan, of course, got gadooshed from stand-up comedy, and Bryan Callen is still doing the same hacky man's man shit for the past 30 years, B. Anyhow, let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, because that's what truly matters, even though we don't matter. But hey guys, do me a huge favor real quick. Hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. I'd appreciate that. Also, push the notification bell so you know when new videos come out. I'll see all of you in the next video. Thank you.
Like, but the Balenciaga one, Jesus Christ.